Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the start of the 2022-2023 high school basketball season as we make our way to Salem, Oregon, where tonight the Roseburg Indians will get ready to start off against the Sprague Olympians. And no better way to start out the basketball season than a JV game going just a little bit long. It's a tight one here between the Roseburg and Sprague JV teams. It is 52-51 at the moment with the Olympians currently leading against Roseburg, but heading to the free throw line, I believe, is Julian Lopez that is heading to the line to try and either tie or take the lead for Roseburg. He will tie it on the first one. Welcome in, everybody. Joey Kieran here with you as we get ready to start out today's season. It is going to be an exciting year. Roseburg coming back with a lot of familiar names from last year's run to the first round of the state playoffs. The best season under head coach Jordan Humphreys in his fourth year at the helm for the Indians. And they are looking to build off of the success from last year and see if they can take it a little bit further here this season. Julian Lopez at the line in the JV game makes both free throws to give Roseburg a 1-point lead with 22.1 seconds to go. So it looks like we'll have a little bit of an extended pregame show for you coming up tonight here on The Score. Do want to let you know that normally throughout the season we will plan on trying to do the video stream broadcast of games, and I'm going to keep my fingers crossed because right now it does look like things are working for the video stream. If things fail and you're listening to us on the radio right now, you know where to find us if the video stream does not keep up once we get going in the action. But if it keeps going, you can head to 541radio.com. Actually, what I'm going to tell you, because I'm just now remembering one thing I did not do for tonight's broadcast, go to our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score on YouTube, and you can watch the game streaming live there as long as the video stream stays up. We've had issues here in Salem at Sprague High School for the football season, but we do have some Wi-Fi that we're able to tap into, and we're hoping that that will keep us on the air with the video stream here tonight. And so far through this JV matchup, it looks like it is working. So head to 1490 The Score on YouTube, and you'll find our video stream going there. And you can follow the action with us. But, of course, you can always catch Roseburg High Sports right here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. As we get ready to go, Sprague does come in 1-0. For those that are watching on the video stream, you saw I just changed that. I forgot to do that because they got a game in their season opener 2 days ago. Century was the opponent to start out the season for the Sprague Olympians, and Sprague gets a 71-45 victory on top of the Jaguars to start out the season. Roseburg comes in. This will be their first game of the year as they take on the Olympians on the road. Roseburg will be a bit of a road warrior to start out the season on the road at North Eugene coming up next week in their second game of the season. They will play a home game against Crater coming up on the 13th, and then they head to Central Oregon where they will be in Bend taking on Caldera and Mountain View on back-to-back nights after an overnight trip to Central Oregon. So it's going to be a bit of a road-heavy schedule to start out the season. We're going to be making our way to most of those games. The games in Bend, we will not be there for those ones, but we will be traveling to North Eugene next week. Also coming up, the holiday tournaments that Roseburg has here over the next couple of weeks. We won't be there for those ones, but we will be definitely keeping you updated on things at 541radio.com. And then into the new year in 2023, we'll be following Roseburg all throughout the Southwest Conference season. 9 seconds to go, a 1-point lead for Roseburg, a jump ball called with the possession arrow favoring Sprague. We're finishing up the JV game here at Sprague High School. And right now the Olympians trail by 1, 53-52, with Sprague having the basketball inbounding on their own side of the floor. We'll run you a little play-by-play here extra as we get things started. Into the corner, driving baseline. Shot was short. There was some contact. Roseburg came up with it, and now a foul by Sprague. Roseburg with the basketball and a 1-point lead with 0.6 of a second remaining on the game clock. So the Roseburg JV team can pretty much ice it here. If they can get one, actually, if they can get two of them, they could guarantee no worse than overtime if they can hit them here. Joey Kieran with you from Sprague High School, where we kick off the 2022-2023 season. The JV game going down to the wire at the line. The first free throw is good for Roseburg, and I apologize, I don't have the JV roster in front of me. Second free throw, they just try to hit the rim, and it is no good, but Roseburg will come away with a 54-52 victory in the JV game. And that's not too bad of a way to start out the high school basketball season for the Roseburg JV team. They come away with a 54-52 victory on top of the Sprague Olympians. And now the countdown timer is on to the start of our varsity matchup coming up here tonight. We got here a little later than we would have liked, so we are getting ready for things, and I didn't get a chance to run by and catch up with head coach Jordan Humphreys prior to tip-off, so we don't have a pregame coaches interview for you here tonight. That would be a nice way to help fill a little bit of time. But don't you worry, I got plenty to say about this team. It is the opener, so there's plenty to get you caught up on Roseburg basketball as we get ready for this matchup. Roseburg is out there in their orange shooting shirts. Roseburg across the chest in white, black shorts underneath. Kind of a classic-looking style. I haven't seen all of it, but if the JV uniforms are anything similar, then it looks like a real classic, old-school kind of style to the Roseburg jerseys this year. Black shorts right now with the white R on the right leg, on the front, on the thigh there of the jerseys for Roseburg as they are out there getting warmed up. On the other side, both these teams orange and black, so that'll be fun. Wearing the home whites is Sprague here tonight. They've got short-sleeved hoodie shooting shirts. That seems warm. It is a warm one tonight in the gym. Cold one outside, but that's why we've moved to the winter sports season, and we're in the gym. We're going to let's go ahead and take our first 2-minute timeout here of the pregame show. When we come back, we'll take a look at the seasons that both these teams had last year and what they have coming back for this year's season. For Roseburg, there's a lot of familiar names. For the Sprague Olympians, there's not really a whole lot. Oh, boy. Everybody's getting ready for things to go here. They're cranking the pregame music lineup. We'll take the 2-minute timeout as we get ready for Roseburg basketball coming up tonight here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event, plus you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to. By hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations, top of the hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Find everything you need to enjoy the outdoors, at home or on the road, at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our garden center has what you need to create an oasis at home, from patio furniture to plants and everything in between. And whether you're barbecuing at home or tailgating at the game, we stock the best products from Yeti, Traeger, and Weber. Stop by or shop online at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Back here at Sprague High School, home of the Olympians. Joey Kieran with you here on The Score. The video stream continues to be up and running, so that's positive news. If you are looking to try and watch tonight's game, I think we might have that solution for you there. Hopefully that will be the case, that will continue to be an option for everybody. Keep our fingers crossed, but if you tune in to watch the video stream and we start having some issues, just remember you can always listen to Roseburg High Sports on the Score, 92.3 FM, or find it on the AM side of the dial. That's 1490 AM. You can listen to Roseburg High Sports. You can also stream the audio of the game if ever the video stream is not working, but you live outside of our listening area. You can find it online. Listen to the Score at 541radio.com or download the smartphone app, the 541 Radio app. You can listen to the Score by just listening live there on the 541 Radio app. So a lot of ways that you can catch tonight's ball game, and we're excited to get things started for you here tonight. For the Sprague Olympians, they are coming off of a nice season last year that took them to the first round of the 6A state playoffs, where they ended up losing to North Medford 48-37. They went 16-10 on the year, 10-4 in the Mountain Valley Conference. They actually did win against Roseburg last year, 71-42 in the Shamrock Slam at Sheldon High School. But this Sprague team graduated 8 seniors off of its roster, and 5 all-conference players out of those 8 seniors, all now gone this year. But in their season opener, they put up 71 points against Century. So, they bring back a little bit of shooting, that's for sure. No returning all-conference players, 1 player with varsity experience on this team. But they feel like they've got a good group of players coming back this year. The JV and freshman teams last year went a combined 40-8. So they bring up some teams that saw success last year, and they're going to try and see if they can replicate that at the varsity level this year. They did kind of see their conference change as the Bend area schools went to 5A this year with reclassification. So that dropped the Bend schools out of the Mountain Valley Conference last year, and now they are the Sprague Olympians are in the Central Valley Conference, just 5 teams total in that league this season. Meanwhile, on the other side for the Roseburg Indians, Micah Mendoza is a returning second-team all-conference selection from last year for Roseburg. The Indians last year going 7-17 overall. That was good enough to get them in the postseason. Not a winning record, but it was the most wins under head coach Jordan Humphreys, now in his 4th year leading the program. Roseburg was able to get in as the number 32 team out of the Southwest Conference. They finished 3rd in the conference and get in, but they were the number 32 team in the bracket, and that means that Roseburg had to take on the number 1 team in the state. That was the Tualatin Timberwolves. Roseburg came in with really one thing in mind. Let's put some shots up from all over the floor. They wanted to shoot from long range, basically trying to trade 3s for 2s. If they could make more 3s than they gave up, and if they could get enough of them to drop every time they came down the floor, they were hopeful that they might be able to compete with the number 1 team in the state and pull off a major upset. It was a fairly tight game for one of those kind of matchups. Obviously, the 32 team against the number 1 is at a major disadvantage, considered a significant underdog. But Roseburg put up 46 three-pointers in that game. Unfortunately, only went 12 for 46 from behind the arc, but they would end up falling 96-72. A couple of times in the second half, they got it down to a 10-point lead, just could not get it on a run, and so they fell short against the number 1 Timberwolves. Not an unexpected result, but Roseburg definitely made Tualatin earn it last year in the first round of the playoffs. Roseburg graduated 3 players from last year's final roster. That included leading scorer Daniil Olson, who averaged 11.4 a game, who was also a second-team All-Southwest Conference selection. Also graduated Ben Pike, who averaged 5 points a game, and Carson Six. My apologies to the Six family there. I do that often enough. Carson averaged 5.1 per game last year. So just a few seniors graduating off this team, a lot of players that saw some pretty good minutes last year at the varsity level, returning 9 players that played varsity minutes last year. 6 of those players made starts. That would be Micah Mendoza, Carter Stedman, Jace Wilder, Hunter Fullerton, Boston Williams, who was an honorable mention selection last year, and then Asher Vredenberg. So that is a look at the returning players for this Roseburg team. Now, talking with the head coach, Jordan Humphreys, as the season was getting ready to get started. Roseburg doesn't bring back a lot of height. They didn't have a lot of height last year. Micah Mendoza and Jace Wilder, a couple of their bigger players, but at 6'3" and 6'2", that's not overly huge. And Roseburg this year going to try to see if they can stretch the floor and run teams out of the gym. They want to keep a quick pace and get up a lot of shots, and they are very happy to be able to put up shots quickly from behind the arc. They're not necessarily looking to work they'll work through their offense, but they are also looking to try and get down the floor and get up a good shot quickly and see if they can just kind of press the tempo and move things up and down the floor this season to kind of counteract the fact that they don't have a lot of height to be able to bang inside. They do like Jace Wilder, a guy that can stretch the floor and pull the big guys out from down in the middle of the paint. And Micah Mendoza is an athletic guy that can shoot from the outside but can also attack the rim. He's a lefty, so that always adds a little bit there as well. And Hunter Fullerton, a guy that can attack the rim, can shoot really well, hit 6 3-pointers in that playoff game last year for Roseburg. He's a guy that can definitely shoot. He comes back after averaging last season 5.3 points per game. Carter Stedman's a veteran ball handler that will look to get his shot when he gets it, but distribute as well. And then you'll have plenty of guys coming in and off the bench. Coach thinks that he could go about 10 players deep throughout the season. And so we will see how that plays out for Roseburg this year. It's going to be an interesting one this year to see how Roseburg kind of grows from what they did last year, a season that saw some more success than they had seen in a couple of years, just their second playoff game in 10 seasons. And we'll see if Roseburg builds off of that as we get ready for the 2022-2023 season. I'm Joey Kieran as we are counting down to tip-off here tonight. We get ready for this matchup. I want to let you know this season we want to say thanks to our new sponsor, Colorcraft, who is sponsoring our rebound leader down in the paint. The only Benjamin Moore dealer in Douglas County. So when it's time to get in the paint, you can expect perfect matches with Colorcraft and Benjamin Moore. Remember, Colorcraft is a paint store. They're not a paint department. So at the end of the game, we will award Roseburg's leading rebounder with a $10 gift certificate to Java Run. And we look forward to seeing how that goes for Roseburg this season. A big thanks to Colorcraft for joining us for this season's sponsorships. Again, we do have the video stream up and running, and things are appearing to stay stable, so that's all beneficial for us here. Wasn't exactly sure what we were going to be getting here at Sprague High School, but at the moment, things seem to be working in our favor. We'll hopefully keep that up and going. If for any reason the video stream starts to crash, you can catch us on the radio, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM, or you can listen live at 541radio.com and listen live to the score on the 541 radio app. The JV game went down to the wire. It took a little bit longer, so we've got an extended pregame show for you here. The Roseburg JV team winning 54-52 to start out the season against Sprague. As for the Roseburg girls, they're at home tonight against the Sprague Olympians. The Roseburg girls at Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. Last year they won their first game of the season, but then unfortunately didn't win a game the rest of the year. Head coach Chad Smith is looking to try and continue to take that program another step up as they make their way through. Got a lot of returning players there, so it's going to be an opportunity tonight against Sprague to see what kind of progression this Roseburg girls basketball program has taken after last year's difficult season. Well, we are counting down here in Salem to the start of tonight's matchup. About 6.5 minutes to go left on the clock. As we make our way there, we want to say thanks to a few of our other sponsors that are helping make high school sports here on the Score possible this season. Big thanks to Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. And a big thanks to Dr. Alanson Randall, Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. You visit drrandall.com or call them at 541-378-6694. While we're here in Salem and the Roseburg girls are at home there at RHS, there's plenty of other basketball going on around the region here tonight. Up in Sutherland, The Bulldogs are hosting the Bill Spelgatti Invitational. Dan Bain is there to bring you coverage of that one. Dan will be bringing you coverage of Sutherland basketball throughout the season for both the boys and the girls. Tonight, the girls were starting things off as they were taking on Oakland. It's a battle of the Union Gap out there. That's always a fun matchup when Sutherland and Oakland get a chance to square off. The girls were starting first, and they likely are underway. They were set to get going at 6:30. Dan will have that for you on I-101 FM. Meanwhile, the Sutherland boys will be playing tonight at about 8 o'clock. They'll get a chance to take on an Oakland team that features, I was told, about 10 players off the Oakland football team that went on to win the state championship. So they got a late start to their basketball season. Just getting into basketball shorts Monday were the Oakland boys basketball team after they won the state title on Saturday. So no rest for the weary there. And they'll get a short lead into their start of the basketball season. We'll see how that works out for the Okers tonight when they take on Sutherland at around 8 o'clock in that game again on I-101 FM. Why don't we do this? We got about 4.5 minutes to go. Let's go ahead and take another 2-minute timeout. We might have to replay one of our 2-minute timeouts here in the pregame show as we count down to tip off to the 2022-2023 season. This is Roseburg basketball, streaming live online at 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google-certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Mountain Mike's. Pizza, the way it ought to be.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with a news review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group LLC.com.
Well, we are just about there to start the 2022-2023 high school basketball season for the Roseburg Indians and the Sprague Olympians. They are just about ready to, I think, do the national anthem. So we will get ready to take our final break of the pregame show and then come back with our starting lineups for tonight's matchup. Roseburg will be in the black, Sprague is in the white as we get ready to tip off this boys basketball season. Again, the JV team won 54-52 to get things started, but also pushing us back a little bit later on our start time. So that is why we haven't gotten things underway as of yet. We will go ahead and take a break. When we come back, it'll be time for tip-off, so don't go anywhere, folks. The start of the Roseburg High School boys basketball season is coming up. When we return, this is Roseburg High Sports, streaming on our YouTube channel at 1490 The Score, and also right here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to. By hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations. Top of the Hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Find everything you need to enjoy the outdoors at home or on the road at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our garden center has what you need to create an oasis at home, from patio furniture to plants and everything in between. And whether you're barbecuing at home or tailgating at the game, we stock the best products from Yeti, Traeger, and Weber. Stop by or shop online at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Welcome you back here to Sprague High School as we wrap up the national anthem and get ready for tip-off here tonight. The Roseburg Indians' first game of the season as they are on the road. Sprague comes in with a 1-0 record after a win in their season opener at Century, 71-45. We name our starting lineup here tonight for Roseburg. It'll start off with senior 5'10 guard Mark Oha. along with a senior, Carter Stedman, listed at 5'9". Senior guard, they're all listed as guards online. Jace Wilder, a senior at 6'2". He'll be joined by Trey Finlayson, the senior, 6'1" guard, and then Hunter Fullerton, a senior 6-foot guard, will wrap up your starting five for Roseburg. On the other side, for the Sprague Olympians, led by head coach Jordan Granetto, your starting lineup is going to have Orion Powers, Liam Spencer. Powers is a 6'2" guard, a senior. Liam Spencer was the leading scorer in the season opener with 24 points, a senior 6'2" guard. Also on the down there to start is a senior 6-foot guard, Matt Weiner. Yeah, Matt Weiner, a 6-foot guard. He is the one guy coming back with varsity experience. Grayson Long will get a start. He had 14 points in the season opener. And wrapping it up is Jared Stanley, a sophomore 6'2" guard who had 9 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists in the season opener. So that is a look at tonight's starting lineups for these two teams as we get ready for tip-off. 8 minutes up on the board. In the center will be Jace Wilder to jump, it looks like, against Liam Spencer. And again, Roseburg will be in the black and Sprague in the white, and then they switch it out. It'll be Jared Stanley that's going to be in the center to tip. So we'll get ready to go here from Sprague High School in Salem. The ball is in the air, and we are underway. The tip goes to Spencer. Into the backcourt to Stanley. Will bring it across against Stedman. They work to the right side. Sprague, one-handed pass out to the top to Powers to the left side. Sprague moving right to left on your radio dial. Roseburg will be going left to right. Right underneath, the wraparound lay-in is good for Grayson Long, and it's a 2-0 lead early on for Sprague. Roseburg brings it up near side, tried to trap in the corner on Fullerton. He's able to get away. Back out to the top, goes to Wilder. Finlayson takes it to the left side. It's a zone defense here from Sprague early on. Wilder backed out towards the line to Finlayson, the far side to Oha. Tries to bounce at the top. It's taken away by Stanley. Goes one-on-one against Finlayson. And it'll be Trey Finlayson who takes the first foul of the game. And to the line will go Jared Stanley. A chance to shoot two here with 7:12 to go in the opening period of our ball game. We are streaming. You can go to our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score on YouTube, to watch today's game streaming live. First free throw is good for Stanley, his first points of the night. 3-0 here early on. Second free throw for the righty. Falls through. The sophomore with two there. It's 4-0. Roseburg quickly brings it up into the front court. Stedman picked it up. They'll pass it away to the top with it. Wilder dribbles out to the far top corner on the far side. Picked up his dribble. Gets it quickly back from Fullerton. This zone right now is giving Roseburg some issues. Coach Humphrey is standing stoically on the sideline, watching his team to see how they handle this zone early here from Sprague. Stedman has it. Long possession for Roseburg, trailing 4-0. A deep three by Fullerton. Rims out. Rebound comes down underneath the Spencer, and then a foul called against Roseburg. So Fullerton takes the first shot of the game for Roseburg. And the foul called against Mark Oha, his first. Second foul against Roseburg. Inbound from the baseline for the Olympians. Full court press here by Roseburg into Powers. Powers will lob it up the floor to Long, who brings it up the near side. Double team comes by Roseburg. They get the steal. It's Oha out in front. A left-handed lay-in, and Mark Oha will get Roseburg on the board and cut the deficit down to 2. 4-2 our score. Roseburg continues to trap in the backcourt. Weaving his way up the floor comes Weiner to the far side. Got his defender on the floor. Out to Stanley for a deep three. Too long. High off the backboard. Rebound tipped around. It comes down to Weiner, and Weiner will go up with the right hand. He flushes it through. A 2-point there, and it is 6-2. That was Spencer on the bucket, not Weiner. First two there for Spencer. Into the corner. Ball is loose. Fight for it. Jump ball called. It should be Roseburg basketball. The ball tipped away from Wilder. It was a fight for it on the floor. Spencer was the one there to tie up Jace Wilder, and Roseburg will inbound from their own baseline. Carter Stedman will look for somebody to get open. Lobs out to the top to Wilder. 6-2 ball game. 5:39 to go in the first quarter. Wilder an open look at a three. He'll get it to go. Jace Wilder on his first attempt gets Roseburg back within one. 6-5 your score. Still pressure in the backcourt. Finlayson pressuring against Long, who brings it up, tosses it into the corner to Weiner. Back out to the top to Long. Between the circles, marked by Finlayson, into the left corner. A three is good by Spencer. Liam Spencer had 24 in the opener on Wednesday. He's got 5 early on here, hitting the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. Wilder picks up his dribble. He'll try a deep three. That one rattles off the front iron. No good. Rebound down to Sprague, leading 9-4 up the floor. They'll have the ball stripped out. The rebound was tipped high in the air. Stanley comes up with it. He'll go up with a left hand as he steps through. And Jared Stanley will have his first field goal, and he stretches it to the largest lead of the night for Sprague at 6. And it makes it an 11-5 score. 4.5 to play. Stedman picks up the dribble on the far side up near midcourt. Gets it back, lobs across the floor to Wilder. Not a lot of movement against this zone right now for Roseburg. Toss to Stedman, almost drug his foot. A deep three by Wilder, misses everything. And stepping on the inline as he tried to save it back inbound. Mark Oha can't keep it in, and Roseburg will give it back to the Olympians. Substitutions will come in for Roseburg. Asher Friedenberg into the game. Boston Williams and Micah Mendoza will all get a chance to come in here as the second unit for Roseburg. Lob up the floor. Get it to Spencer. Spencer attacking, and no, they will say the foul is on the floor. Spencer will not get the bucket. It'll be an inbound from the baseline for the Olympians. 4:10 to play first quarter. They'll be right underneath their own basket. Still, we got a whistle. It's a technical foul on Liam Spencer. Before the inbound pass even got a chance to set up, Jace Wilder was trying to just get defense, and Spencer gave him a forearm shiver, get him off of him, and he got whistled for it. We have a substitution coming in. I think it is Spencer after picking up the technical. Yeah, Spencer's over at the bench. There's somebody waiting to check in, but I'm not sure who's coming or going. We'll wait to see. Going to the free throw line will be Hunter Fullerton to shoot the 2 technical free throws for Roseburg with 4:10 to go here in the first quarter. First one coming up is good. Tonight's ball game sponsored by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Both free throws fall through for Hunter Fullerton. His first 2 points of the ball game. Back to a 4-point lead for Sprague. So into the game, Braxton Long and then also Jake Horn come in. Orion Powers and Liam Spencer both go to the bench. Roseburg will have it. Micah Mendoza into the game for the first time tonight for Roseburg. Will bounce it to the top. At the center circle is Wilder. He'll dribble left side. Picks up the dribble at the left elbow to the top. Mendoza bounce pass back to Wilder to the left wing. Marked closely. Will pass it away to Fullerton. He'll take the deep three. That one rims out. Friedenberg skied to try and get up there. He couldn't pull in the rebound. It's pulled down by Sprague. On the left wing, Weiner to the top. Pass it away right side. Horn looking underneath. Friedenberg won't allow it. Back out to the top to Stanley. 3:30 to play in the first quarter. 11-7 right now. It is Sprague in front. Behind the back dribble by Stanley. Lost it. He's on the ground. Tried to save it. And Roseburg comes away with the takeaway. Right side, Williams head fake. Boston back out to the top. Fullerton tries the straightaway three, and he's got it. Hunter Fullerton gets his first bucket of the night and takes us back to a 1-point game as whistles will stop play. The clock is still running. Substitutions will come in. Jace Wilder out. Trey Finlayson comes back in. 11-10 your score. Stanley will check out of the game as well for Sprague. Inbound from the baseline. They run their press break. Into the game is Nathan Tesfu for Sprague. Pressure in the backcourt by Roseburg. Ball's taken away by Mendoza. Will go right to the rack. Offensive foul. Micah Mendoza wanted to attack. I think he was thinking and hoping maybe for the option of a dunk on that breakaway. But unfortunately, he had a defender right underneath the hoop, and he runs him right over. Roseburg's defense, though, doing a good job with the press. Sprague will break it to the far side. Weiner with it, dribbles out to the top. They get it to Tesfu at the top, and he works it to the left side. Braxton Long at the wing, had it tipped out of his hands. Last touch by Roseburg. Fullerton got his hands on it, knocked it out of the hands of Braxton Long. It stays with the Olympians. They'll inbound from near the Roseburg bench on the sideline. Lob into Tesfu. Crossover against Williams. Goes to the free throw line, drives right side of the key, off the glass for two. 13-10, Sprague in front here. And a travel called against Friedenberg. He'll turn it over. 2:26 to play first quarter. Sprague has had some momentum, but it hasn't lasted against Roseburg. They've been able to get a couple of big buckets to stay back in this one. 2:26 to play here in the opening period. Substitutions brought Carter Stedman back into the game for Roseburg. Probably one of their smaller lineups they'll have this season. Tallest guy on the floor is Mendoza. With the basketball, Braxton Long brings it across the timeline to the left side to Tesfu. He'll drive right hand to the top of the key, to the right side. Spencer back into the game, closely marked by Vredenberg. Stops in the lane, jump pass to the baseline. With it is Horn. Back out to the top for Long. Left side, driving in, Grayson Long. One of two Longs on the floor. Finds the baseline cutter, and there's an easy bucket for Jake Horn. Another two for Sprague. On the other side, Roseburg driving in. Mendoza will draw contact, and he'll get a chance to head to the line and cut into the 5-point deficit. Roseburg has not led in this matchup. They've trailed by as many as 6. Right now down by 5, but trying to cut it down. The foul goes against Nathan Tesfu, a senior. Micah Mendoza, the left-handed shooter, will hit the first. First points of the year for Micah Mendoza, a second-team All-Southwest Conference selection last year. He was a 60% free throw shooter a year ago. Second free throw is good. 15-12 your score. Roseburg down by 3 against Sprague. Getting the full court pressure by Roseburg. Grayson Long brings it up from the far side, picks up the dribble, pass through the middle to Tesfu, gets it just across the timeline. Jump pass to Grayson Long into the corner with it Horn. Marked by Vredenberg, and that should have been a travel, no whistle. They said the ball got stripped out of his hands. Driving through, Tesfu, the defense collapsed on him, and he found the open man, Grayson Long, an easy, uncontested 2. 17-12, 1:20 to go first quarter. Boston Williams to Finlayson, back to the top to Mendoza. He'll dribble it left side, skip pass across the floor. Carter Stedman, a 3 from the corner, front iron no good. Rebound down to Mendoza. He'll attack, and he'll draw another whistle. The foul on Sprague will be their third, and that is the first on Grayson Long. 1:05 to go in the opening period of our ball game. 5-point game. And lane violation on Mendoza as the first one rattled out anyway. Wouldn't have counted if it had gone in. Liam Spencer back into the game. I think I misidentified somebody as him earlier, saying that he was in the game. Matt Weiner will check out of the game. Roseburg will have some substitutions. Boston, Williams, and Finlayson will take a seat. Oha and Wilder back in. 1:05 to play in the opening period. Mendoza. And it's another lane violation apparently on Roseburg. So that is 2 missed free throws, missed opportunities for Roseburg at the line. 1:05 to play, and the full court press is still on by the Indians. Tesfu trying to direct traffic, send players down the floor. Sprague will get it into the front court. Ball is knocked away. A foul called on Roseburg with 54 seconds to play. And they call that on Friedenberg. That'll be his first. 54 seconds. Inbound from the far sideline in front of some of the fans here for Sprague. Looks like some students and parents mixed over there. Get it across the timeline here for Braxton Long. Long dribbles it out between the circles, goes left side. A jump pass into the corner. Pump fake on the pass by Long. Grayson drives into the lane. Jump stop, spins back to his right. And another whistle on Roseburg. And Roseburg racking them up here early on. Their 6th foul. This will be the 2nd on Micah Mendoza. And that will get a substitution quickly. Mendoza will take a seat. Hunter Fullerton will come in for him. 5-point game right now with 37 seconds to go in the first period. Sprague inbounding from their own baseline. Run their play. And an offensive foul called now, an illegal screen. That'll be the 14th foul against the Olympians. It's the 2nd on Liam Spencer after he picked up a technical earlier in this first quarter. Roseburg, pass blocked in the backcourt. Stedman with it. Work one-on-one. Gets it across the timeline. Wilder with it. Sprague tries to trap out near midcourt. The ball tipped into the backcourt. Stedman will get it. 20 seconds to play. First period. Oha in the corner. Head fake. Dribbles out. Back out to Friedenberg at the top. His rainbow 3 off the mark. Fullerton will come away with the rebound. And Roseburg will get a second look at it. At the left elbow, Wilder. And make that right elbow. He kicks it out. Left wing 3 by Oha. That goes through. It's good. And then a whistle. The basket is good. So Roseburg with the 3 makes it a 2-point game with 4 seconds to go. And the foul was on Roseburg after the made bucket. It was on the guy that made it. Oh, no, excuse me. Oha made the bucket. And then it was Friedenberg called for the foul, his second. 17 fouls for Roseburg already here in the first half. Sprague in the bonus. Pass up the floor, gets away as the first quarter will come to an end. Roseburg trying to see if they get some time put back on the clock. They will not. After 1, it is a 2-point ball game. 17-15, Sprague in front. We take a 60-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
2-point ball game as we start the second quarter. Roseburg trails the Sprague Olympians. Today's game is sponsored by Good Vibration Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. It'll be Sprague's basketball to start out here in the second quarter. Jared Stanley back into the game. He tries to drive and dish. It's taken away by Roseburg. Carter Stedman up the floor, dumps it late to Wilder in the middle. The whole defense around him. He's going to try and go up with the reverse. It's too strong, and down with it is Sprague. The other direction we go. Tesfu drives right side, kick into the corner, head fake, driving in. A blocking foul called on Oha, who can't believe it. And it should be a 1-and-1 opportunity here for Sprague. I guess my guess would be on the call. The explanation that Roseburg would get is that Oha didn't have his feet set. He was moving, trying to get in front of the defender, but looked like the defender had run him over, and maybe the ball won't lie. The free throw is missed, and up with it is Roseburg. Wilder on the rebound. Stedman has it right side to Boston Williams. An open look at a right wing three. Off the glass, no good. Rebound pulled down by Spencer. Up the floor comes Sprague to the right side. Stanley with it. We're into the bonus here for Roseburg. That's why Sprague got the 1-and-1. Stanley drives right side. He just took off, but he was too strong with the finger roll. Rebound pulled down by Powers, and he puts it through. Powers with the second chance point. Takes it back to a 4-point lead for Sprague. 6:54 to play in this opening half here. Roseburg has not led, but they've been able to get the buckets to keep the game close. Pass in the near corner. Williams with it. Long pass out to Wilder. Pump fake. He does not take the three. Bounce into the corner. Oha back out to Wilder. They will switch it to the near side. A foul called on the drive by Fullerton. 6:29 to go. The foul will be the fifth for Sprague here in the first half. Back into the game will come Matt Weiner. Spencer will take a seat as he picks up his third early. He was the leading scorer in the opener, but already 3 fouls for him, including a technical in there. Oha gets it on the inbound, gets it back to Stedman. He drives to the top. One-handed pass, shoves it off the left side. Fullerton for the three. Hunter Fullerton gets his second three of the game, and it's back to a 1-point ball game. 6:15 to play in the opening period. 19-18. Tesfu dribbles up the floor through the center circle. Roseburg pestering him the entire way. He spins around, makes a no-look pass to the open baseline cutter. That's Tyler Buchheit, who will get 2. 3-point game. 21-18, 5:57. Stedman back out. Boston Williams, an open look to tie it. No, misses maybe everything. The ball saved back in and thrown off of Jared Stanley. That'll be Jace Wilder, who saves it in and throws it off of the Sprague player on the baseline. Roseburg gets a second look with 5:49. Here in the second quarter, inbound goes to Fullerton, and he gets the offensive foul call. Fullerton went right to the rack and had a defender in his way, and the official sees it against the Indians. That will be the first on Hunter Fullerton. I already had one against him, but I guess that'll be his first, according to the scoreboard. 5:44. Roseburg had a chance to try and tie it. Couldn't cash in there. Stanley will get up the floor. Almost traveled. Does get it away just in time, but the pass gets in and out of the hands of Tyler Buchheit. And Roseburg will get it back. 5:37 to go. Owen Bentia will come in for the first time tonight. Out of the game comes Mark Oha on the substitution. 5:37 to go here in the opening half. Stedman calling for Bentia. He's got the big brace on his left knee. He passes to the top, nearly into the backcourt. Wilder has it, but he's trapped in the corner, and a timeout taken by Roseburg. We'll go ahead and take it as well. A quick 30-second timeout. This is Roseburg basketball. You can watch online on our YouTube channel at search 1490 The Score, or you can tune in right here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Remember the good old days? When you didn't have to make an appointment or wait in line for an hour just to talk to your teller. When businesses were local and gave back to the community. At Cascade Community Credit Union, there are some things we'll never change. We're the only credit union or bank headquartered in Douglas County, and making our members a priority has always been our priority. For easy and simplified banking, visit CCCU. No appointment, just come on in.
Season opener for the Roseburg Indians. They trail 21-18 with 5:17 to go in the first half. Carter Stedman gets it out at the top. Back to Jace Wilder for a deep three. He's short. Rebound goes right down to the Olympians. And Roseburg has had a couple of looks at the game-time bucket and haven't been able to put it in. Tesfu drives right around the defense, dishes it through the middle. Back out to the top. An awkward-looking three is no good. Bentia, who has just recently come into the game, will get the rebound. Up the floor, Roseburg. Behind the defense is Jace Wilder. He gets an alley-oop lay-in, puts it through. It's back to a one-point game. 4:45 to go. Around the defense, Weiner driving through the middle, knocks over the Roseburg defender, and it is an offensive foul. Waiting on the call there by the official. Finally does give us the pleasure of that offensive foul call. That will be the 16th foul against Sprague. The Olympians lead at 21-20. We've got some changes here on the personnel. Buchheit out there, along with Grayson Long. Orion Powers on the floor. Also out there, Braxton Long and Matt Weiner. Your five on the floor for the Olympians. Stedman, Finlayson, Vredenberg, Fullerton, and Bentia on the floor for Roseburg. Bentia gets it near corner, back out to the top to Stedman. The zone defense here from the Olympians. Finlayson gets it, drives left side into the corner for Fullerton. Nowhere to go with it. Toss it back out. Finlayson will jump to get the ball at the high point. Straight away, Stedman driving right side. Pass it over the far side. Fullerton head fake, drives in. Step back, no, doesn't take it. Back out to Finlayson. 4:09 to go here, first half. Stedman got some space, will take the three. It's just a bit short. Rebound tipped into the hands of Braxton Long. Sprague will bring it up right through the middle. Dribble up to the left side. Pass into the corner. With it is Grayson Long. Drives baseline. Backing his way into Carter Stedman. And the turnaround is good. Finishes with the right hand. Back to a three-point game. Bentia has it right wing. Back out to Stedman. Stedman directing traffic. Lobs across the floor to Fullerton. He thought about that deep three, doesn't take it, drives once, back out, the three, backboard, and it falls through for Asher Vredenberg. He puts it through to tie us up at 23-all with 3:25 to go in this first half. Left side, Weiner with it, out to the top. Buchheit will flip it as they work it into the far corner. With the basketball, Long drives baseline, got a defender in the air, didn't draw the foul. Ball goes through the legs of one of the Sprague players, and Roseburg comes away with it. Fullerton brings it up. Roseburg looking for their first lead of the day. And Fullerton had it taken away from him. Out in transition, Orion Powers to the rim will give Sprague the 2-point advantage again. 25-23, Vredenberg. Into the corner, Bentia that tries the three, hits the side of the backboard, no good. Powers down with the rebound. Out in transition, goes Long, draws the bucket, and a foul. The foul will go against Roseburg's Carter Stedman. And Braxton Long will go to the line for a three-point opportunity and a chance to stretch it back to a 5-point lead. Stedman, it looks like they gave it to Bentia, the foul. Bentia picking up his first. The free throw no good by Long. Fight for the rebound, and Boston Williams will come up with it. Nearly has it taken away in the backcourt. Braxton Long applying the pressure. Stedman gets it out at the top. Draws back out in the far corner, lobs it to Williams, looking through the middle. Stedman dribbles left hand to the wing. Wanted to go into the middle to Oha. Back out, a deep three by Williams, and he gets it to roll through. Right over the front of the iron and down. It's back to a one-point game, 27-26. 2 minutes to play here in the opening half. Right through everybody into the rim. No real contest there for Orion Powers. He just went right to the iron and laid it in. 153 and counting. Boston Williams dribbles left side, has three defenders with eyes on him. Pass near side. Bentia gets it. Will launch the three. That's short. And the rebound comes down to Sprague. 3-point ball game, 29-26. Drawing back out is Weiner. Finds the cutter through the middle. Powers back out to Long and to the top. They'll revert back to the right side with the ball over his head. It's Long. Marked by Oha. Will now try to dribble around him. Gets into the middle. The left hand hits the back of the iron and drops through for Braxton Long. And it's a 5-point game. 31-26. A deep three by Boston Williams is just a bit short, and Roseburg just has nobody underneath the rebound. 1 minute to play in the opening half. Braxton Long with it on the right side. Under a minute to play. Dribbles to the free throw line, gives it away. Left side, a deep three by Grayson Long is no good, and Finlayson comes up with the rebound. Roseburg races it into the front court. Oha draws it back out. Bounce pass through the defense. Quarter three for Carter Stedman. Front iron, no good. Braxton Long holds in the backcourt. Now will dribble it across the timeline. Marked by Williams. Gets a screen. Goes left around it. Goes back across the screen again. Feeds it into the middle of the big man. Off the mark. Gets his own board and back through. Jake Horn will get the second chance points. 33-26, largest lead of the game for Sprague, and they will give a whistle. That'll be Braxton Long on the foul against Carter Stedman. Vredenberg and Wilder will come in for Finlayson and Oha. Right now it is a 7-point lead, largest of the game for Sprague. Roseburg tied it up at 23 all, 3:25 to go here in the second. But since then, it has been a 10-3 run. 1-and-1 opportunity for Williams. He misses the front end, but the rebound, he ends up with it in his hands. A three from the right side. Bentia will finally get one to fall. Needed bucket there for Roseburg. Back within 4. They get a steal. Stedman makes the extra pass. Didn't realize how much time was on the clock. He needed to go up with it. Roseburg gets a steal, though, and that will keep them down by 4 as we go to the halftime break. Your score at the break is Sprague 33, Roseburg 29. We'll go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout and come back with your halftime show here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google-certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Mountain Mike's, pizza the way it ought to be.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with a news review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Back here at halftime from Sprague High School in Salem. Our score at the break, Sprague 33, Roseburg 29 in the season opener for the Tribe. Second game of the season for the Olympians. Joey Keyran here with you. Today's game is sponsored by Abby's Legendary Pizza, a legendary pizza tradition. And by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Here at halftime, take a look at stats here coming up in just a little bit and take a look at what else is going on in the world of sports here tonight. There's a little thing called the Pac-12 title game. We'll check on that here in just a little bit. But here from Sprague, Roseburg has not led in this ball game, but they did tie it up with 3:25 to go in the second quarter. But at that point, it was 23-all, and the first half ends on a 10-6 run by Sprague, a 3 by Owen Bentia just before the first half comes to an end, kind of softens the blow a little bit for Roseburg as we go to the locker room. Right now, 33-29 at the end of the first period. It was 17-15. Roseburg fell behind by as many as 6 in the first quarter, but they were able to hit buckets that would keep them in it. In the second quarter, though, Sprague was able to pull out as much as a 7-point lead, but again, that three-pointer just before the break, able to get it back to a 4-point margin. Our score right now, 33-29. We'll take a look at scorers coming up here after a quick break in just a moment. Tonight's game is brought to you by Flyaway Travel. When you're ready to take that dream trip, contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyaway Travel. You can make sure that you have an agent in your corner in the complicated travel times. Call Flyaway Travel at 672-5701. Give you an update here real quick from the Pac-12 title game. You can tune in and find that one on Fox tonight. 24-17, Utah takes the lead over the USC Trojans. An update on that one, it sounds like USC quarterback, a Heisman contender, Kayla Williams, might be knocked out of that game. We'll keep an eye on that, see if we can get any updates on the Pac-12 title game going on there in Las Vegas. All right, let's go ahead and take another 2-minute timeout here at halftime. When we come back, we'll take a look at your statistics from the first half, get you individual scoring, and get you ready for the second half of tonight's contest. The season opener for the Roseburg boys as they take on the Sprague Olympians here in Salem tonight. I'm Joey Keyran. This is Roseburg basketball, streaming on YouTube on 1490 The Score, and right here on Douglas County's Home for Sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event, plus you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to. By hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations, top of the hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Find everything you need to enjoy the outdoors at home or on the road at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our garden center has what you need to create an oasis at home, from patio furniture to plants and everything in between. And whether you're barbecuing at home or tailgating at the game, we stock the best products from Yeti, Traeger, and Weber. Stop by or shop online at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Back here at Sprague High School, Roseburg out of the locker room, back out to get warmed up for the second half in their road black jerseys with white numbers. On the front and the back, Roseburg across the chest in white. Sprague still in the locker room at the moment. Our score at the break, 33-29. Sprague in front of Roseburg after one half of play. Taking a look at your scoring from the first half for the visiting Roseburg Indians. 29 points in this one. Couple of players with 5 points, leading the way right now with 8 points is Hunter Fullerton. He's got 2 made three-pointers. With 5 points, Mark Oha and Jace Wilder. Then you got 3 points for Asher Friedenberg and Boston Williams. And Owen Bentia, they all have 3, and then 2 points in the game for Micah Mendoza so far in the first half of this ball game. On the other side for the Sprague Olympians, a couple of players with 6 points to lead the way. Orion Powers with 6. Grayson Long with 6. 4 points in the game for Jared Stanley, Braxton Long, and Jake Horn. 5 points for Liam Spencer, who is in foul trouble, and 2 points for Tyler Bukite coming in the second quarter. If my foul calculations are accurate, which I wouldn't be so certain on that. I'm not the best at keeping track of those throughout the game, but I was doing my best in the first half. So let's see here. You did have Liam Spencer. He picked up a technical in that first half and finished with 3 fouls in the first half, so he'll be one to watch in foul trouble. Roseburg has a couple of guys with 2 fouls after the first half, but they were able to spread it out pretty well. The Roseburg JV team won 54-52 to start out our night. Went down to the wire in that one. We're going to see if the Roseburg varsity team can finish out the second half and come away with a sweep tonight for the Tribe. Getting ready to start our third quarter here from Sprague High School. Joey Keyran here with you, helping out tonight. Good friend Joe Glover. Any friend that's willing to come out and help you out, just out of the kindness of their own heart, that's a good friend. Back in the studio, Abby Knight with the radio production for us here this evening. Second half about to get underway. Tonight's game is sponsored by Tim's Appliance and Mattress at the corner of Lane and South Stevens in Roseburg. 0% financing is always available. Roseburg will start with the basketball to begin the second half. They'll be moving right to left on your radio dial. You've got Mendoza, Stedman, Wilder, Williams, and Fullerton on the floor. This feels like a lineup you might see more as the season goes on. It was good to see some of the other guys out there to start out this game, see what some of the newer faces on the team had for us this season. A 3 from the right side by Boston Williams, no good. Fullerton had the rebound tipped out of his hands, goes to Stedman. He finds Mendoza underneath. Mendoza lets everybody fly by him and lays it in for an easy 2. And Roseburg will get the first points of the second half. Back within 2 at 33-31. Sprague working up the far side, Jared Stanley. Boston Williams goes to the ground. Stanley will spot up for the 3. Rebound is tipped around. Jace Wilder will come down with it as he makes sure he stays in bounds. A 3 off the mark there by Stanley. Driving in, Mendoza got hit, and it is a foul against Sprague as Roseburg getting aggressive to start the third quarter. For Sprague to start out the second half, you've got Powers out there, Weiner, Spencer, Stanley. And your 5th starter is Grayson Long, your original starting 5 on the floor for the Olympians. Free throw by Mendoza. That one dancing on the iron before it falls through. And that makes it a 1-point ball game. Second free throw coming up here for Micah. Tonight's game sponsored by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Both free throws go through, and we are tied 33 all with 6:55 to go in the third quarter. Roseburg putting the pressure on in the backcourt. A travel call. It was Weiner trying to pick up his dribble right at midcourt, and he couldn't stop the feet from sliding. Gets called for the travel. The tie ball game, Roseburg with a chance to try and pull ahead. Once again, they have not led in the ball game so far tonight. Hunter Fullerton, spin to his right, drives through the middle, kick to Stedman, back out to Wilder. Fullerton gets it, tries to drive from the right elbow, back to Fullerton on the right wing. Pump fake, driving in, backing his way in, pulls up for the jumper from the free throw line. Rebound tipped around and pulled in by Sprague. That is the first shot from inside the arc for Hunter Fullerton. Quickly the other side, an answer to three. It's Weiner. He will get the three-point bucket to make it 36-33. Sprague in front. Roseburg tries to answer on the other side. A battle underneath for rebound positioning, and it is against Sprague. They will call that against Grayson Long. And that'll be his second. That'll be the second foul against Sprague. Out to the top. Wilder thought about the catch and shoot from the three. Instead pulls it back out. Nearly dribbled it off the defender's foot. Keeps it. Gets it to Mendoza driving in. He draws the whistle. And Michael will go back to the free throw line. Third foul against Sprague here early going of this third quarter. We have played 2 minutes and 1 second exactly here in this third quarter so far. Already 3 fouls against the Olympians. That is the first against Orion Powers. Head coach Jordan Granado has had his hands up in that shoulder shrug position so far to start this second half, wondering what could we do better? Because we just keep getting the whistle. First free throw goes through for Mendoza. He is now 4 for 6 from the line. Make that 5 for 7 as he hits both of them there. Gets Roseburg back within one, 36-35, 5:53. Quickly up the floor for Stanley. His dish goes to Powers, and his shot just missed. Mendoza came down with the rebound. They work it into the left corner. Fullerton tries to step through to the defense. He lost the handle on the basketball as he went tumbling to the floor. Seemed to be coming up a little bit. He's all right. Maybe banged his knee a little bit, but he seems to be just fine. 5:30 to play. Sprague with the basketball, leading by 1. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line. That one dances around and drops through for Jared Stanley. Back to a three-point game, 38-35. Corner three by Fullerton to tie it. Off the mark, long rebound. They'll let him play. Sprague has it up the floor with the left hand. No good. Fight for the rebound. Fullerton throws it back in, and Roseburg will get it. They push it up the floor. Stedman drives through the lane. With the left hand, he'll finish. Quickly the other direction. And a left-handed lay-in for Spencer on the other side. It's 40-37. The buckets are coming fast and furious. Still a three-point game. Mendoza drives in. Left-handed lay-in. It's a foul against the Olympians. And back to the line goes Micah Mendoza. He has been living there to start this second half. Already the fourth foul against Sprague. The whistle stops it with 4:42 to go. 8 free throw attempts so far for Mendoza, and he will miss the front end here. Vredenberg and Oha will check back into the game for Roseburg. Tonight's game brought to you by Roseburg Honda. Buying a car can be a hassle, but at Roseburg Honda it's different. Customer satisfaction is their highest priority. Visit Roseburg Honda, where they treat you like family because they are family. Timeout taken down on the floor. It is a Roseburg timeout. We'll take it as well. Let's take a 30-second break on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Three-point ball game with Micah Mendoza at the free throw line. A second shot coming up here in the third quarter. Joey Keyran with you from Sprague High School. Barnes Heating and Cooling is proud to sponsor Roseburg High Sports on the radio again this season. Your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Second free throw attempt here for Mendoza. The lefty short again. Misses two. Stays a three-point ball game. Liam Spencer, pump fake, goes right to the rack, and he is too strong on the lay-in, but draws a whistle against Jace Wilder. That'll be the first foul against Roseburg in the second half. It'll send Liam Spencer to the line. Spencer had 5 in the first half. He's already got 2 here in the third quarter. And he'll be a little short on the front end of his free throws. Got to make your free throws, as Bill Schonley used to say. And the second one is good. Spencer will get 1 out of 2 from the line, makes it a 4-point game, 41-37 with 4.5 to go third quarter. Oha out to the top. A jump pass by Wilder out to Fullerton for the 3. Third of the night for Hunter Fullerton. He's got Roseburg back within 1, and the full court press is on. Wilder working in the backcourt will get whistled. Second foul against Wilder in just a matter of a couple of seconds. And it is the third in the ball game for Jace. Inbound from the sideline for Grayson Long to Stanley in the backcourt. Roseburg chasing him around. He'll speed into the front court. Going to go coast to coast. Drew a whistle. I think it's on the floor. They call that against Vredenberg. No, they're going to give him 2 shots. Felt like the whistle happened well outside the three-point line. He carried it all the way to the rim, but that's a lot of continuation there. Vredenberg picking up his third. Stanley at the line. Will get the first one to drop in. 3 for 3 at the stripe, looking to make it 4 for 4. Vredenberg with the 3 fouls heads to the bench. Trey Finlayson, the senior guard, 6'1", back into the ball game after getting the start here tonight. 4:12 to play in the third quarter. Second free throw, no good. Mendoza comes down with the rebound. 2-point game. Trying to give Roseburg the lead. Fullerton the 3, just long. Mendoza down with the offensive board. Gives Roseburg another look. He drives to the right corner, or the right block, but a foul before he makes his move. (42-40), 3:58 to play in the third period. Roseburg inbounding from the baseline. Third foul on Orion Powers. A 3 again by Fullerton, just off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Sprague. Stanley dribbling in the middle. Pass out to the right side of Powers into the corner to Weiner. He'll drive baseline against Oha. Got the position and draws the whistle. Oha will pick up another. And the whistle's coming fast and furious here in the third quarter. 9 total so far. Weiner will head to the line to shoot 2. His first trip to the charity stripe tonight. Right-handed shooter with gold shoes will drop in. The first free throw. A whole array of colors out there for Sprague. Got pink, got teal, got gold, got yellow and black, and then I think that's Grayson Long with just all white shoes. Roseburg's a mix of black and orange and white. Second free throw, no good. Oha comes down with the rebound. Roseburg up the floor. Oha nearly lost it in the middle. Gets trapped. Will pass it out to Finlayson. Gets it to Bentia, who is checked in. And Owen Bentia will tie this one up at 43 all. Roseburg able to knot it up again. This time comes with 3:25 to go in the third quarter. Third time they've tied it since it was 0-0. Long passes across the floor, gets it out to Weiner for the three. That one halfway down before it comes out. Rebound tip to Fullerton. Hunter will come up with it. Up the floor, Hunter nearly lost his balance at the top of the key. Ball kicked away from Oha. Inadvertent kick, so no whistle. A pass to the middle, and Powers on the assist by Stanley gives Sprague the lead back, and then a turnover. No, tipped away. Roseburg will keep it. I inadvertently hit a timeout button there, so for those watching, no timeout called. 2:51 to play in the third quarter. 45-43. 2:51 to play. Stedman will inbound it from the near sideline in front of his own bench. Will throw it into Bentia. He had to save it back into the front court, and it's taken away by Grayson Long. His lay-in's off the mark. Roseburg did get the rebound. Oha at the top, dribbles left, tries to go behind the back, out to Bentia for another three. That one short. A jump put back by Finlayson. A foul on the rebound. So Finlayson with the rebound and the putback, no good. And he will go to the line as they do call the contact as he went back up with it. And that was an athletic play there by Finlayson. He'll get the chance at the free throw here. The right-handed shot spins out. 2-point ball game, 45-43. Sprague in front. They have not trailed, but Roseburg's been able to tie it a couple of times here in the third quarter. They have not been able to take a lead. Second one for Finlayson. Off the right iron, no good. Empty trip to the line. Up the floor, Sprague. Just into the front court for Stanley. Dribbles through that center circle, back to his left. Crossover against Finlayson. Back to his right, kicks into the corner for Powers. A three, rims off, no good. Mendoza down with the rebound. Mendoza will go quickly, and a hand check called against Sprague. And we should be into the bonus here for Roseburg. That has the varsity bench, the JV and freshman guys sitting behind them all on their feet clapping. It'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity here for Micah Mendoza. Foul was the first on Jared Stanley. Orion Powers will go to the bench. Micah Mendoza at the line will hit the first. Coming in was Nathan Tesfu for Sprague. You've got Tesfu, Spencer, Stanley. Braxton Long is out there, and so is Jake Horn. 2 for 2 at the line for Mendoza, and we've got a tie ball game again. 45 all. 2 minutes to go. And with the pressure in the backcourt, Sprague will throw it away. Roseburg gets the ball back. And yet again, it's been tied at 33, 43, now 45, and Roseburg a chance to try and get that first lead of the ball game. Mendoza with it, bounces it away. The zone defense back for Sprague. Stedman out at the top, bounce it away to Mendoza. Mendoza pass kicked out of bounds. It stays with the Tribe. Minute 48 to go in the third. Boston Williams will inbound from the far sideline. Lobs a long way across the floor to Finlayson. Finds an open spot, kicks into the corner to Bentia for the three and the lead. Roseburg's in front. Owen Bentia with the corner three. His second of the night gives Roseburg its first lead of the game with 1:41 to go in the third quarter. (48-45). Then pressure in the backcourt, and it's Mendoza that comes away with the steal. He'll attack in the middle, jump stop, tries to get it to fall. It won't. but he draws another whistle, and Roseburg's headed back to the line, looking to extend a 3-point lead. Bentia with that corner three gives Roseburg the advantage, and now Sprague will call the timeout. It'll be the first of the night for the Olympians. They trail by 3. Let's take a 30-second timeout as Roseburg's ahead by 3 on top of the Olympians on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Roseburg and Sprague squaring off. Season opener for the Tribe. Sprague looking to stay undefeated. They are 1-0 after a win over Century on Wednesday. Come back with some free throws coming up here. Before we get to that, let's go ahead and pause for a station identification. Let's do that now. This is Roseburg basketball on the score. As we welcome you back here to Sprague High School, the lefty Micah Mendoza is at the free throw line. He's been making a living there tonight. He's got a 1-and-1 here. Actually, I believe this was an automatic 2 as he was fouled in the act of shooting. He does get the first, so he was going to get 2 no matter what I decided to say there. Second one is good as well. And Mendoza is going to make me have to do some serious math to count up his free throw totals for the night. He gives Roseburg 50 points on the evening and stretches it to a 5-point lead for the Tribe. They'll put the full court press on again in the backcourt. Spencer sent it across to Stanley. Working on the far side, double team. Tosses out to the top, Tesfu with it. Passes right side to Braxton Long. I didn't catch what it was, but Jordan Humphreys fired up with a big smile on his face. I think he liked the pressure he's seeing his defense put on. I think he would love to see defense more than the offense. Driving right in around Carter Stedman, Jared Stanley lays it in with the left hand. Stops the run by Roseburg. Under a minute to go in the third quarter, I should say. Stedman with it, right side. Zone defense here from the Olympians. Williams will get it as he comes out to the top. Standing on top of Oles on the right side. Wilder gets it at the center circle. Back to Williams. Down to 38 seconds to go, third quarter. Finlayson driving through, draws a whistle. Already 8 fouls on Sprague here in the third quarter, and now make it 9. And that is the first on Jake Horn. A 1-and-1 opportunity here for Finlayson. The senior missed his first 2 opportunities, spins the ball in his hand a couple of times, and he will miss an opportunity again there. 1-and-1, so he doesn't get the second. Rebound comes down to Sprague. A long 2 by Spencer, off the iron, hard into the corner, trying to save it in. Could not get there in time, was Braxton Long. 23.3 seconds to go. Roseburg in front by 3. A chance to try and hold for the final shot. Finlayson will check out of the game for Hunter Fullerton. Williams, Bentia, Wilder, Stedman, and Fullerton on the floor. Toss inbound goes to Wilder. 22 seconds to play in the third. His pass tipped up, and it was Spencer tried to save it or throw it back in and then off of Wilder, but he ended up just saving it right back to Wilder. Wilder had it stripped out of his hands anyways, but it comes back to him. Bentia has it left side, drives in, finds underneath Stedman, and an offensive foul on the continuation against Bentia. They call Bentia for running into the defender and laying him out. Bentia had just dished it away to Carter Stedman, who was trying to go up, but He got whistled to give the ball back to Sprague. 4.5 seconds to play. Inbound to Stanley in the backcourt. 2 seconds. He loses the ball. Gets it to Williams. Does he get the shot off in time? And give him a foul. The bucket's good. Do they get a foul out of that? He got tackled to the floor. Boston Williams, the linebacker, one of the leading tacklers for Roseburg football this season, gets tackled here on the basketball court, but they don't whistle it. But he gets the bucket before the third quarter ends. After 3, Roseburg leads it 52-47. We'll come back after this 30-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Well, we are looking at a big finish here. Roseburg and Sprague been going back and forth. It's been a pretty tight game. Roseburg ahead right now by 5, matching their largest lead of the ball game. Joey Keyran here with you as the fourth quarter gets underway. I believe the leading scorer in the ball game will be Micah Mendoza with 12. Basketball will start with Sprague as they work left to right on your radio dial. Out at the top, it was nearly taken away by Hunter Fullerton as Grayson Long lost a handle on it, but he will draw a whistle instead. Inbound from the near sideline, the foul is the second against Hunter Fullerton. Braxton Long will have it. You've got Braxton Long, Liam Spencer, Orion Powers, Grayson Long, and Matt Weiner on the floor for Sprague. Powers fell down, and a whistle. Man, it looked like Powers had fallen down. He was trying to get back up, and Hunter Fullerton was just trying to hold his ground. And falling back to the ground went Grayson Long, but the whistle will send Long to the free throw line. Both teams are in the bonus now. 7 fouls against Roseburg and 9 against Sprague. So Roseburg is close to the double bonus. 52-47 is our score. Remember to stick around in the postgame show. We'll tell you your rebound leader tonight, your Colorcraft in the paint rebound leader. There's another one for Boston Williams as he gets the miss on the free throw by Grayson Long. Long is 0 for 2 at the charity stripe tonight. But he comes away with a steal, no, a whistle. And that's the double bonus now for Roseburg. Long trying to steal that one away from Wilder. Gets whistled for the reach-in. Long will pick up his third. And I thought it was Wilder, but I guess there was a 1 in front of that 5. It'll be Boston Williams to shoot 2. And Williams will hit the first. Tonight's ball game is sponsored by Western Oregon Jewelers. We appreciate them. Both free throws go through for Boston Williams. It is 54-47. Roseburg in front by 7, their largest lead of the night. Pass underneath, tipped out of bounds by Wilder. So inbound from the baseline here for Long. Sends it into the near corner in front of the bench for Sprague. Braxton Long out to the top. Grayson Long with it. Tries to get the edge on Finlayson. Gives it to Liam Spencer, who hits the right wing 3. Spencer, his second 3 of the night. Big one there for Sprague. Gets them back within 4. 54-50. Roseburg in front. 1 minute away in the fourth quarter. Carter Stedman, a lot of dribbling at the top. Pass it away to Williams on the right side. Mendoza gets it at the wing. Tries to work as he goes one-on-one against Powers. Drives in, a whistle and the bucket Just the second field goal of the night for Micah Mendoza. But Mendoza now has 14 in the ball game. And he is the second Roseburg player in double figures. I've got him down for 10 for 14 from the line in this one, looking to add one more shot here. The officials are heading to the bench here. That is the 5th foul against Orion Powers. So we've got a substitution coming here for Sprague. Micah Mendoza will have the and one shot coming up, trying to stretch Roseburg's lead back to 7. Powers will get a round of applause by the home fans here tonight as the senior will head to the bench, fouling out. 8 points total for him on the evening. 6:53 to go. So Micah Mendoza, the lefty, will find his spot at the line. Launches. It's off the right iron, no good. Race for the rebound. Finlayson is there for the board. And Roseburg will get a second look at it here after the and one is missed. Wilder at the left wing, hands it off to Williams. Marked closely by Braxton Long. Hands it off to Mendoza, nearly dribbled it off his foot. Crossover, who lost the defender, drives in. He gets tied up, going up. Now a whistle. Micah Mendoza trying to attack the rim big time there, trying to take this one over in the fourth quarter. And what it's really doing, the whistles have been coming, and Roseburg's looking to take advantage of it. And they are just forcing the issue with Sprague as they get aggressive. Mendoza back to the line, short on the front end of it. Jared Stanley will come in for Braxton Long. That was the 4th foul against Grayson Long. Second free throw for Mendoza is long. Rebound tipped up. And it's a foul against Roseburg's Finlayson. And it'll go to the other side of the floor, 1-1. Finlayson was trying to get around a Sprague player, boxing him out. I believe that would have been Grayson Long. Tried to fight his way through him and got whistled for the foul. That one goes against Finlayson. Finlayson has his second. 10 fouls for Sprague, 8 for Roseburg. So not quite yet the double bonus for the Olympians. Free throw here for Grayson Long. No good. Fight for the rebound, and it draws a whistle. It's a push. Roseburg basketball. So that foul, I believe, was against Stanley. And it was, and it's his second timeout down on the floor taken. It's a Roseburg timeout. It's a 30-second, so let's get one in quickly as well. 30-second timeout here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Checking in on the Roseburg girls after 3 quarters of play. The Roseburg girls leading 31-25 against Sprague. Roseburg girls started out the season last year with a win. Looking to do so again this year as well. 56-50 our score in the boys varsity matchup here tonight. Roseburg has fought their way back to take a lead. Didn't lead until the second half. And now leading by 6, looking to try to add to it here. Boston Williams heading to the line. I was wondering, they called the foul after the missed free throw on Sprague's side of the floor. And I thought they were going to give him an inbound instead of free throws, but we're in the double bonus, so I thought it would have been free throws for Roseburg, and it looks like that's the case. Coach Jordan Granetto is talking with the official. I'm not sure what that would be about. But both teams head to their benches to have a conversation here while we figure this all out, apparently. Maybe they're going to overturn what I would. Oh, no. No, they're calling the two coaches in to have a conversation. Two Jordans, Jordan Granado and Jordan Humphreys, the two coaches for the programs, both wearing orange and black. Too many similarities here. Not sure what the officials would be discussing. It was a foul after a missed free throw before we went to that timeout. Roseburg with 3 timeouts left, same for Sprague. For those that are watching on our YouTube channel, nobody called the timeout. I'm just getting them update. So both teams with 3 left. Coaches break their huddle with the officials, who now will discuss things here. At Sprague High School, season opener for Roseburg, trying to start off with a win. Again, checking in that at the end of 3 quarters, it was Roseburg 31, Sprague 25 in the season opener of the girls basketball game for Roseburg. And so I don't know what the conversation was between the officials and the coaches, but apparently they all got on the same page and decided what we were planning to do out of the timeout is exactly what we're going to do. Send Boston Williams to the free throw line for an automatic 2, and he will hit the first. Hey, it's early season for everybody. We're all knocking the rust off a little bit here tonight. Second free throw for Boston. Hits the front iron. It sat up there forever, then rolls off. Rebound down to Stanley. He will bring the ball into the front court. Behind the back dribble goes left, working against Mendoza. Pass out to the top. Liam Spencer thought about the 3. Doesn't pull the trigger. Gives it back to Stanley. Out at the top, dribbles left. He'll pull the quick trigger on a 3. No good. Tracking it down is Finlayson. The rebound. Roseburg gets the stop. They lead by 7, 57-50. And Roseburg throws it away, trying to enter it in underneath. 5:56 to play. On the other side, Liam Spencer draws the foul and will head to the line. And not yet the double bonus for Sprague. But this might have been a shooting foul here. They are 1 away from getting to that double bonus. It will be a shooting foul. 5:54 to go here. At the free throw line, Liam Spencer. He is 1 for 2, hits the front end. Keep hitting the wrong button. That was not a timeout. It was a made free throw. There we go. Second free throw coming. Is good. Like I said, everybody's knocking off the rust, including the guy running the video stream. 5-point ball game, 57-52. Roseburg able to get up floor quickly. Right to the rim goes Mendoza, but he misses. Oha had the rebound, and his putback was no good. Fight for the rebound. Roseburg nearly got it, but it was pulled in by Sprague, and Roseburg commits the foul on the other end of the floor. And we are now both teams in the double bonus. We'll have a lot of free throws still to come here tonight. To the line goes Liam Spencer again. The foul called against Jace Wilder, his 4th. So both teams in the double bonus. And Spencer will get 1. The second one coming up. Roseburg able to help build their lead at the free throw line here in the second half. Now Sprague looking to try and cut the deficit down and get back into this game from the stripe as well. Wilder checked out. Hunter Fullerton back in. No shot. Lane violation. Man, that has been A popular call tonight. Haven't seen that nearly that often. But it has now been called 3 times in this one. It's a 4-point ball game, 57-53. Full court press being applied by Sprague, nearly taken away by Weiner. Mendoza got it, goes right to Liam Spencer and draws the whistle. Inbound from Finlayson was nearly taken away by Weiner here on the near sideline at the scorer's table. Weiner went crashing into the scorer's table. Mendoza was able to keep it inbound and keep the possession, and then he attacked the rim right into Liam Spencer, who draws the whistle, and Mendoza will get another free throw here tonight. That was the 18th free throw of the night for Micah Mendoza. And he'll miss the second on his 19th attempt. 5:32 to go. It is 58-53. With it on the left side, Weiner toss to the near side to Spencer, back out to Stanley. This fourth quarter has had a lot of stoppages, still a lot of time left at 5:19. To the far side, Grayson Long with it in the corner. Pump fakes, dribbles, spins baseline, gets underneath. They reverse, and a foul with Mark Oha, hands straight up in the air, gets whistled. Oha will pick up his 4th. And back to the charity stripe. Well, if the mission statement of you got to make your free throws was ever important earlier, it looks like it will be to finish out this one here tonight. 4-point game as the first one goes through for Grayson Long. His first made free throw of the evening. Second rattles around and gets the friendly bounce here at home for the bucket. And then the ball knocked away in transition, stays with Roseburg. 3-point ball game, 58-55. Roseburg's led by as many as 7 here in this second half. Williams dribbles left side, hands it off. Hunter Fullerton thought about a 3, doesn't take it, dribbles to the top. Around the defender, finishes in front of the rim. 2 points, Hunter Fullerton. That was our first field goal in a while, and no whistle to finish it off. No travel, no whistle on a foul, and the rebound tipped around. Williams comes up with it, tosses it up the floor to Fullerton. Fullerton, offensive foul as he tries to feed it to Bentia, who goes right over the top of Grayson Long. Player control foul against Owen Bentia in transition. Been kind of feels like just some early season basketball for these two programs. It is a 5-point game as we near the midway point of the fourth quarter. Pressure in the backcourt by Roseburg. Long trying to clear the basketball. A whistle. It's going to be an offensive foul against Sprague as they call Grayson Long for throwing some elbows, and that's going to be his 5th. He was trying to get the defenders away from him, started swinging some elbows, and the officials call it. Timeout taken by Roseburg. We're going to take the 30-second timeout as well. When we come back, Grayson Long is fouled out of this ballgame. Roseburg has it leading by 5. 30-second break. This is Roseburg basketball, streaming on YouTube and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Well, we got a tight ball game here at Sprague High School. Down at Roseburg High School, it looks like it was a close one there as well. Roseburg had been leading by 6 at the end of 3, but they pull out a 3-point victory on top of Sprague to start out the season. 40-37, your final score there. We've got it on good authority, off the charts loud in the in Robertson Memorial Gymnasium down there at RHS. Congratulations to Chad Smith and the Roseburg girls, starting out the season with a victory. Long pass to inbound it into Hunter Fullerton in the corner. His shot was just a little short. Loose ball is knocked out of bounds by Bentia, and Sprague will get it back. Bentia inbounded it from the far sideline all the way to the corner in front of the Roseburg bench. That was a long inbound. Quickly up the floor for Sprague. Spencer gets baseline, toss out to the top to Long. I thought he had picked up his 5th. He's still in the game. I thought I saw the scorer's table signaling that it was his 5th foul. But apparently I have it wrong on my side, or maybe they changed a foul. Maybe it just got lost in the timeout there. Jake Horn will check out. Braxton Long will come in. 5-point game, 60-55, 4:20 to go in this one. Sprague with the basketball, trailing against Roseburg. Stanley out at the top, dribbles right, pass into the corner, set up a 3 for Weiner. It's no good. Bentia down with the rebound. Up the floor, Mendoza takes contact as he goes up to the rim. And back to the line goes Micah Mendoza. So 4:03 to go, back to the line, and Micah Mendoza is going to make me think that I need to put more free throw opportunities on my scorecard because he's about to use up all the ones I have there listed. His first one is no good. I've got down 20 free throw attempts for each player, and Micah Mendoza has now taken all of them. He'll get his 21st. And he won't make that one either. Rebound comes down to Sprague. They've got 5-on-4. It's going to be Weiner for a 3. That one's front iron, no good. Rebound tipped out to the top. It's Williams that comes up with it, a whistle, as he tracks it down. And 3:52 to go. Back to the free throw line goes Roseburg. That's the 4th, it looks like, on Liam Spencer. Maybe that's what they were holding up down at the scorer's table when I thought they said that Grayson Long had 5. I thought they were putting up the 5 fingers. Maybe they were just warning everybody that he had 4. So that might be why he's still in this ballgame. Like I said, I'm not great at keeping track of fouls throughout a game. Boston Williams will hit the first, stretches it to a 6-point lead for Roseburg, has a chance to make it back to the largest lead for the Tribe with a second. And he won't be able to do it. The second one rolls off. Whistle, out of bounds, tipped back to Roseburg. The Tribe will get it, inbounding from underneath their own hoop. Boston Williams comes out of the game for Jace Wilder. And Braxton Long will check out, as Jake Horn will come back in for Sprague. Carter Stedman inbounds, gets it to Mendoza in the corner, back out to a left wing 3 by Bentia, no good. And Horn comes down with the rebound. Up the floor, Stanley with it. Under 4 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. 3 from the corner by Spencer, no good. Underneath the rebound, Fullerton got it and then draws the whistle. And Roseburg's looking to try and put this one away at the free throw line. They're getting their opportunities to do so. We're going to just tick this game away here. This 4th quarter is going to give us every bit of the admission price here tonight. First one is good for Hunter Fullerton. Only his 2nd time at the free throw line. 62-55 with 1 more to go. Misses. Rebound tipped around, tipped out into the backcourt. Roseburg will get it. So Fullerton 1 of 2. Roseburg gets the possession. A 3 from the corner by Wilder is good. And a foul. And it's against Sprague. Jace Wilder with the 3, and they whistle against the Olympians. A 10-point lead for the Tribe here in the 4th quarter. This will send Hunter Fullerton to the line. He gets to shoot 2. Because he was not the shooter. No, it'll be Carter Stedman that goes to the line. Stedman will get a chance to shoot 2. He has 2 points in the ball game. It is the 5th foul against Liam Spencer. Coming in will be Braxton Long for Spencer, the senior. Spencer had 24 in the season opener against Century. I have him down for 14 here tonight. 10-point game. Front end is no good for Carter Stedman. 3:25 still to go in this one. So still not over yet. Roseburg feeling good about their spot, but they've got some time to go. Stedman misses them both. Just barely grazed the iron on the second one. Stanley brings the ball up. Going to drive right to the rim. With the left hand, the finish, and he's heading to the line. Well, that's the kind of action that Sprague needs to get back into this one. Jared Stanley trying to take it over here. Had 9 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists in the opener. The sophomore making his debut for the Olympians on Wednesday. He's had a nice night so far here tonight, looking to add to it. The and one, no good. Rebound, though, comes down to Horn, gets it back to Stanley. He'll get another 2. Well, that was a good turn of events there for Sprague. They trail by 6. Wilder will get into the backcourt. Pressure being applied. Somebody's got to help him. A push against Stanley. Owen Bentia was coming to try and help out. He caught that ball in the backcourt. I think some fans were going to try and claim an over and back. The ball had never been established in the front court, so it wouldn't have been an over and back. But as Bentia was coming to get the basketball, he got pushed by Stanley, and they whistle that. It'll send Bentia to the free throw line. Bentia misses the first. Was being asked if we're keeping track of fouls, and yeah, it's been a lot of them. That much I can tell you. That's the 4th against Stanley. 0 for 2 at the line by Bentia, but he got his own rebound, tries to go back up, and he gets another whistle. 2:55 to play, and it is another 2-shot foul for Owen Bentia. Again, both teams are in the double bonus, so they're all 2-shot fouls right now. 6-point ball game, 65-59. And that is the 5th on Jarrett Stanley. Dropping like flies. That is the 3rd player to foul out in this game for Sprague. First free throw no good for Bentia. The righty will get the second. Bentia hits his first free throw on his 4th attempt. Makes it a 7-point game. Roseburg in front. 2:55 to play. Sprague facing a full court press. Grayson Long still in the game. He's got 4 fouls. He'll work it. Bounces it away to Tesfu. Long has it. Long pass across to Weiner. He drives in the middle. Finger roll. Matt Weiner will hit that, and an immediate timeout taken by Sprague. The 2-point bucket there makes it a 5-point game. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
2:40 to go in this one. Roseburg clinging to a 5-point lead. Out of the timeout, they face a full court press. They get it up the floor quickly, but Owen Bentia can't hit a bunny, but the ball is tipped out, last touch by Sprague. So Roseburg will get it underneath their own hoop. That was about as clean of a look as Bentia might get. Stedman will inbound out to the top to Fullerton. Mendoza gets it left side at the wing. Into Stedman in the corner. Back to Mendoza. He'll dribble it out. 2:24 to go. Roseburg looking to try and wear some time off the clock. Been a lot of whistles to stop it. Mendoza driving in, goes right to the rim and draws another whistle. That one goes against Jake Horn. That'll send Mendoza to the line to shoot 2. And he will make the first. "22 attempts at the line tonight for Micah Mendoza. And here comes number 23. He's got it. 2:18 to go. Roseburg leading this one 68-61. This would be a nice road win for the Tribe if they can hold on to it. Grayson Long working against Fullerton. Dribbles to the midcourt stripe. Pass it away to Tesfu. Gets it to Horn. Alley-oop lay-in attempt is off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Boston Williams. Into the front court. A whistle stops play, and it's another whistle. Another foul. Back to the line we go with 2:03 to play. That will go to Grayson Long, and there is another one out for the Olympians. A whistle-heavy night tonight. So that will make it now 4 players for Sprague that have fouled out of this ball game. Almost. It'll be Fullerton at the line. Gets a friendly roll on the road for the first. Powers, Spencer, Long, Stanley. 4 of the 5 starters have fouled out of this game. Second free throw, no good for Fullerton. 69-61. Under 2 minutes to play. Tesfu gives it away. Nearly a travel. Now there he will call a travel on Braxton Long. It was Tesfu that was getting people in the gymnasium to call for the travel. They didn't call that one, but then Long travels as he had gotten the basketball from Tesfu. I think Tesfu just had to give it up so that he wouldn't get the obvious travel call. And that caught Braxton Long off guard. Wilder up the floor to Fullerton. He'll pull it back out. Roseburg now with no shot clock yet in high school basketball in Oregon. They will be adding one next season. With no shot clock, Roseburg could just start wearing down the clock. Driving in is Fullerton instead, draws a whistle, and will head to the free throw line. That'll be Jake Horn, who I believe, make that his 4th. So let's see. I'm not going to guarantee I'm accurate, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 fouls is what I have called right now against Sprague. 1 out of 2 from the line for Hunter Fullerton. 70-61, Roseburg's up by 9. Inbound to Tesfu. Full court press by Roseburg. They break it into the front court. With it is Bukite. Back out to Braxton Long. He'll pull it out. 1.5 minutes to go. Roseburg leading by 9 over the Olympians. Long back to the right. Pulls up for the 3. Off the mark. Rebound down to Mendoza. And another whistle. So 20, make it now 28 for Sprague. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I got 22 for Roseburg. So we are nearing 50 fouls in tonight's ball game. Micah Mendoza back at the line. Ooh, can't hit the first. That one spins out. Last season, Roseburg 70. They didn't get to 72 often. They've got 71 now as Mendoza hits 1 out of 2 at the line. 116, 71, 61. A 10-point ball game again for Roseburg. Second time they've hit that mark in the fourth quarter. Bounce pass on the baseline is taken away by Mendoza, and a whistle by on the foul by Tesfu, stopping Mendoza in transition. And that is Tesfu's third, so that was one I was missing there. So, yeah, we're definitely at 50 fouls in this ball game. Mendoza gets it to fall. That one was an adventure. I got asked by somebody if I keep track of the fouls, and he said, we've got to be at 30. Boy, was he a little bit short on that one. Both free throws go through for Mendoza, 73-61. We are down to about 61 seconds to play. Up the floor, Braxton Long. His pass is tipped away, and it comes up to Boston Williams. Fullerton will get it on the left wing, and another foul by Tesfu. His fourth. 51.6. Roseburg, I mean, they should be feeling good about their free throw shooting after this one. In practice the rest of the week. I guess it is Friday, so I guess they probably aren't practicing the rest of the week. We'll see how much they have to work on free throws next week. Really could have iced this game if they were shooting a little bit better at the line. Second one doesn't go for Fullerton. 5 for it, loose ball, tipped out of bounds, back to Roseburg. Stick around in the post-game show. We will wrap this one up quickly for you here tonight. Inbound goes to Williams, out to Fullerton. Still playing some close defense is Sprague. Williams dribbles through, gets into the middle. The officials will hold on to the whistles there. They swallow him there. Williams missed on his attempt. Was knocked to the floor, but no whistle. A three from the near side by Weiner. Looked on target, it doesn't fall. Horn underneath gets the rebound. Weiner will try another one. That one rims out underneath. It's tipped out by Boston Williams. 73-61 your score with 20 and a half seconds to play. Inbound will go into the backcourt. Weiner will track it down, fight for it, ball on the ground. Boston Williams and Matt Weiner wrestling for that loose ball. Jump ball called, and the possession arrow is to Roseburg. Another takeaway for the Tribe. And they are 17 seconds away from polishing off a season-opening victory. Some new guys into the game. Julian Lopez checks in. So does Keegan Cleary. Asher Vredenberg comes in, so does Trey Finlayson. Lopez will inbound it to Finlayson. 15 seconds to go. Vredenberg has it in the corner. Roseburg will turn it over, taken away by Tesfu. Out at the top, gets it to Braxton Long. 4 seconds to go, and Hunter Fullerton still in the game. Reaching in, will get whistled for his fourth foul, if I'm not mistaken. Which, don't bet on that one. Wait to see. Yep, it is his fourth. At the line, Braxton Long misses. Hunter Fullerton will come out of the game. Mark Oha will go back in. 2.7 seconds left in this one. Second free throw, no good. Rebound pulled down by Vredenberg, and that will do it. Roseburg will get a comeback victory to finish this one off tonight. The Tribe, a 73-61 winner. On top of the Sprague Olympians. Roseburg goes to 1-0 on the season. Sprague will fall to 1-1. We'll come back with your post-game show after this 2-minute timeout on our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score, and right here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Mountain Mike's. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Final score here tonight from Sprague High School. Roseburg 73, Sprague 61. A 12-point win for Roseburg. That is their largest margin of the night. They didn't lead in this game until 1:41 to go in the third quarter. Roseburg took their first lead on a three-pointer by Owen Bentia, and they were able to hold off Sprague the rest of the way, pulling away at the free throw line in the fourth quarter on a night that saw a lot of shots at the charity stripe. Joey Keyran here with you. A quick recap of tonight's action as Roseburg improves to 1-0 on the year. And Sprague will go to 1-1 on the season. Roseburg, a great second half, putting up a total of 44 points in the second half after scoring just 29 in the first. For Sprague, they put up just 28 in the second half as Roseburg able to pull away. It was 33-29 at halftime with Sprague in front. The Olympians led by as many as 7 in the second quarter and never trailed until that third quarter when Bentia hit a corner three to give Roseburg the 48-45 lead. And they would just make free throws. They were given plenty of opportunities to do so, and that helps them pull away. Looking at scoring in this one, we'll start with the visiting team. That's your Roseburg Indians tonight. A game high 20 points for for Micah Mendoza. He's the only player in the 20s tonight. Finishes with 20 even. He had just 2 made field goals, a couple of 2-pointers, but he goes 16 of 27 from the free throw line to finish with 20 points. Behind him, Hunter Fullerton with 16. Boston Williams had 9. Jace Wilder with 8. Mark Oha with 5. Owen Bentia with 7. Asher Friedenberg with 3. And Carter Stedman with 2. On the other side for Sprague, leading the way with 14 points was Liam Spencer. And you had 13 for Jared Stanley. 8 points for Orion Powers, 6 for Matt Weiner, 8 for Grayson Long, 2 for Tyler Bukite, Nathan Tesfu with 2, 4 for Braxton Long, and 4 for Jake Horn. 4 players, 4 of the 5 starters for Sprague foul out in this ball game. It was a season opener. That's about what I will say about this one. Wasn't the most clean game played by either side. A lot of whistles out there tonight. And definitely was a clunky ball game to start things off. But we're underway. And the 2022-2023 high school basketball season starts with a pair of wins for the Roseburg varsity teams. Back at home, the Roseburg girls get a victory, 40-37 on top of Sprague. Here on the road, the Roseburg boys win it 73-61. Roseburg JV also winning in this one 54-52. So a nice night here at Sprague High School for the Indians. All right, it is now time here in the postgame show to recognize tonight's Colorcraft in the Paint rebound leader. Dominating in the paint, much like Colorcraft does with paint as well. Leading the way for Roseburg. Let's see here. I forgot to tally these up here. So I got Mendoza with 6. Williams with 6. So we got 2 players with 6. Well, let's go with Boston. I don't think I can award them both. So we're going to go with Boston Williams because I got a feeling I'm going to have a player of the game to award as well for this one, and that might go to Micah Mendoza. So we'll go with Boston Williams as your Colorcraft in the Paint rebound leader here tonight for Roseburg. Colorcraft is the only Benjamin Moore dealer in Douglas County, so when it's time to get in the paint, you can expect perfect matches with Colorcraft and Benjamin Moore. Remember, Colorcraft is a paint store, not a paint department. Tonight's rebound leader receives a $10 gift certificate from Java Run and Colorcraft. I thank them for their new sponsorship this season with Roseburg basketball. All right, folks, that's going to do it tonight here from Sprague High School as the Indians get the win over the Olympians, 73-61. We will next be on the air coming up Tuesday when we make the trek to North Eugene High School. The Tribe will be taking on the Highlanders for their second game of the season. That'll be Tuesday night. It'll be a 6:45 start time for that one, which means a 6:30 pregame show for you coming up here on The Score. We also should have the video stream running for you there. Great to see that it looks like things went all right on the video stream for us here tonight from Sprague High School. That was a bit unexpected, so we will thank our lucky stars and we will head on home with a smile on our face. How about that? As we wrap things up here tonight, we want to say thank you to the folks that helped make it possible. First, want to say thanks to the Sprague Olympians as they set us up with a great spot to broadcast from. Very friendly and welcoming here for us at Sprague High School. Want to say thanks to Joe Glover for help with the video production here on site tonight. Back in the studio, Abby Knight with the radio production for us here this evening. Appreciate her and all the wonderful work she did for us here this evening. Want to say thanks to head coach Jordan Humphreys, athletic director Russ Bolin, and the entire Roseburg boys basketball team for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg basketball here on The Score. And want to say thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Keyran. Great way to start out the ballgame. We'll talk to you next Tuesday when Roseburg visits North Eugene for another non-conference matchup here in the early going of the season. This has been Roseburg basketball on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.